We live, yeah, people. Deluded, I'm back again. I hope you're all doing well and safe. I hope you're all in good spirits. Good afternoon to those of you in the UK. Apologies for that. I need to organize myself. I'm a minute late because I went toilet. But as I said, apologies. And, good afternoon to those of you that are tuned in from the UK. Obviously, depending on where you are in this world, accordingly, I'd like to obviously extend my courtesy to you guys. But wherever you are, I hope you're all doing well and safe. I hope you're all in good spirits. I hope you're all just continuing with life, especially Arsenal fans, people, because as we know, it's tough being an Arsenal fan. It's a very tough journey. It's not one for the faint-hearted. It's one that, I'm pretty sure tests all of you lot. And we've been down some crazy, crazy paths with this team, people. Please make sure we're hitting the like button early doors, people. Literally every like counts, to the point where I said this in my Q&A live stream. Literally, people, you guys are a big reason as to why my YouTube channel is now getting a bit more views and is now getting obviously a bit more traction. You think it's just a like for you? You've got to look at it like this, people. Obviously, with the like button, it then recommends you more. So obviously, you might be an Arsenal fan fanatic and YouTube recommends you content. If you keep liking it, other people who are Arsenal fans or football fans are more likely to come across their thing. Equally, if people press not interested, I'm not. So literally, you lot are making the difference, people. Literally, I've got over, I think I can't, it might even be more, but off the top of my head, I think 35k odd views just from you lot doing that. YouTube's algorithm literally said that, because you're showing up in recommended as a result of the like. So I really appreciate you guys, man. There's 53 people in here already. Can we get 53 likes in early doors? It doesn't cost a thing. Please, we're on 36. Can we get up, man? You'll have to pay for Sky Sports and things like that. And I'm pretty sure you hate listening to them. So at least like it for someone that you're actually liking. Or I assume you are, because you passed in. 61 of you within the first 2 minutes, man. I mean, we're getting there bit by bit, man. Hopefully we can get these K and 2k live streams and the rest of it. But for now, we keep building. I hope you're well and safe. Like I said, please hit the like button. Also, make sure you don't do yourself any disjustice. I see a lot of edu comments. I don't miss anything. After this, it says 410. It's meant to be 420. Apologies, but 420 we'll speak about Edu. We'll speak in depth about Edu and his comments. I like to break them up into little segments and pieces and things. I don't like to collide everything in. Maybe I should. So make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you open up another YouTube tab as you're listening to this, and you hit the like button on that one, and you also hit the reminders, people. You won't be disappointed. Big up yourselves. Big up yourself, Jack, man. This is why I respect you lot, man. I don't know how to put it into words. Man are taking their break earlier, an extra hour of work just so he can take in my live stream. I appreciate you, Jack, each and every time. And I hope you're doing well and safe and progressing. Like with everyone in here, I hope you're all progressing in your lives and, you're setting up for a better future. There's no such thing as a day wasted as long as you make some progress. So make sure you're doing that. And come on, man, big up Northwest very own bouncer. I'm gonna call him the bouncer of this thing, man. Him and Marcus Gotti, they're the bouncers. I always see them regulating and making sure that everyone's keeping sweet and things. So big up yourself. Good afternoon. And don't think I've forgotten, I can see bare of you. Big up AM, J Money, you're back again. I saw you in the other live stream as well. I don't underappreciate all of you. Like, I see everything, man. I hope you're all doing well and safe. I'm good, man. Apart from Arsenal, I've got my health. I've got you guys. We're gonna speak. We're good. I always look forward to the live streams, people, really and truly. So I'm decent, man. I'm there. Big up yourselves. Please hit the like button early doors, man. Alan, cheeky plug. We're gonna get onto that, man. Make sure you check my pinned message in the live chat. We'll speak about Edu in depth in the next live stream coming at 4:20 today, people. But today, right now, we need to speak about Edu. But before we get into it, I want to see what you lot are saying, man. Like M said, touch the like button for the man on the mic. I've actually got a new mic as well. I showed everybody in the last live stream. We got a Blue Yeti thing, so maybe there's a bit better. Again, admittedly, since I've put it down on this table, there isn't much of a difference. It's still whamming that, and I keep doing that and can't afford to be breaking them because I don't have money for the next one. So let's just put that one down. But like you can see, we're trying to make progress, people. Skyter's back in the building. Claudius is back again. Big up yourself, H. Hope you're doing well and safe. Rashid, hope you're in good spirits. Come on, team, man. I'm decent, man. And big up everyone over them sides. Big up the whole of the RSA, man. Come on, man. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Jeez, a live stream. I mean, a super chat early doors already. I appreciate you for your £2. Blue Lions TV. I'm always thinking people. I'm always atting people. I'm trying to get some Everton fans. If you don't know some Everton content creators and things like that, make sure you tune them into me because that's what I'm looking to do going into the Everton game and beyond that. You know, if you lot are Arsenal fans, if you see the fixture list and you know there's some content creators, hit me up because you know what you lot see is the hell of the live streams. What you lot don't see is the trying to edit, trying to get better, trying to use SEO, reaching out to people, trying to get collabs, trying to get sponsors, especially with the collabs things. You lot are the marketplace. You lot want the collabs, hit me up. I can only do so much searching for fans. If you know one, hit me up. If they reject, we move forward, man. It is what it is. I would see what I can do, K, man. I don't watch Blue Lions TV, admittedly, but I'm sure they make good content if you're recognizing you're recognizing myself and them. So why not, man? I'm gonna get some I got a lot of friends who support Chelsea, so there could be some interesting comment to come, man. Big up yourselves. Narco has said, been away for a while, glad to be back on these streams. Also, Wizzy/DG was a collaboration of dreams. Big up DG, 30k soon come. People, first and foremost, how could I forget? I thank you for making me hit 29,000 subscribers. In fact, I think we were at 29,000 and some change. That was my target before the end of the season, people. So to reach that now, appreciate you guys each and every time. Dare I dream to do that before the end the year's finished. I mean, 700 odd, it might be an impossible task, but we have to try. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that. If you're not aware of the next live stream after this at 4:20, make sure you check the pinned message across the live chat right now and you're involved in that. Don't miss out. We'll speak about Edu. Like Boxing's finest, AJ Warrior said, get the likes up, people. You lot are violating. You lot are doing me dirty. Come on, man. Support the thing. Let's get the likes up a bit, man. Let's get the likes up a bit. Appreciate the super chat, my guy from Paris, PSG fan. Hope fans get better for Arsenal. Always had a soft spot for them because of the French players you had in the 2000s. And maybe that's why you still see a Pepe, a Lacazette, even a Bamian to a degree, and a lot of these players still come to our club when we've been woeful, sort of thing. So yeah, man, I hope Arsenal get back to it as well. But it is what it is. I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate you giving up your time to take me in. I really appreciate that. A like doesn't cost a thing. You're completely correct, T. Hit the like button. Josh is out here in the barbers listening to me. Thank you very much. I hope the line isn't too long. I hope nobody cuts in front of you. Make sure you push out your chest and whatnot. I need to join you on that because my thing's looking like a microphone right now. And I've got proper curly hair, so I look atrocious, but the grind don't stop. AM, I hope you're right, man. That's when it would really sink in that man are doing something, man. I don't know about any of that. But whatever that is, if it's something good, I hope you're doing something well. We've done 2 live streams, my guy. So go and check out Hugh Izzy's channel. Big up Hugh Izzy as well for obviously extending the olive branch and obviously just the little things like letting me on his channel, tagging me in, making my message where I said thank you in his YouTube thing, a pin message in the comments so people can actually see the channel and raise awareness. Obviously putting my stuff in the descriptions. I really appreciate what Hugh did, man. So because he didn't have to do that, is what it is, man. You wouldn't get banned. You're entitled to your opinion. But what I don't advocate to my viewers is blasphemy. Don't make me turn into one of them and start bringing out the facts Arsenal won this and the trophies because that's all we got right now. So I've got all the time in the world. I big up yourself, Alan. I mean, that's a common theme for all of us, man. It's a common theme. Big up yourself. Hope you're all doing well and safe. It's 45 minutes until midnight in Malaysia. Ridiculous. But hit the likes, man. Hit the likes. Come on, man. But let's get into it, man. Bro, next live stream we'll speak more about that stuff. But we're there, man. Make sure you're all hitting the like button over the next live stream. It's in the pin tweet. 4:20 p.m. we go again. Dermot, normally you're saying people. You said 30k people. Hopefully one day, man. Hopefully, man. Man said start talking, bro. Listen, you don't pay me to chat, Man, I chat when I want to chat. Just for that, you're going on timeout. You think I'm Arteta? Giving Xhaka more chances. You have one chance. You have to behave yourself, rude boy. Calm it down. Clive, I'm going to write that down and extend the olive branch to him. I'm always open to collabing with new people. So why not? I haven't, but I can't lie, bro. Them kits are wavy and I wouldn't be surprised if I get suckered in, man. Come on, man. Bro, there's always man said better than Messi and Ronaldo. There's always someone's always gonna come and hate on the thing. It's very rare that happens, man. It's very rare that happens. But we've started off well. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, man. Big up Omar. Take care of them youths, man. You know, we ain't got time for none of that, fam. All I've got in my life is work rate. Pat, appreciate you. You know, you don't have to plug me. And I hope you're over the health complications you had, man. You know, hope you're over that, man. Big up yourselves, man. Big up yourselves. Let's get it to 100K. Let's go, man. Let's go. We've done enough. I think I've greeted everyone enough. I love chatting to you guys too much. Let's get into the meat of this business. Pause. You know. Let's get into this, people. You know, bro. I'm not ramping at all, bro. Listen. Everyone can have. We can have banter in this in my DG Nation and the live chat. We can have banter. You know, fans of other teams can poke fun at us. We can poke fun back. You know, we can have a laugh and a joke. You lot can rib me, but what you can't do is listen. Don't try and rush me to do nothing, car. Man, are not paying me for nothing. Nobody's my dad here. You know, behave yourself. Like, come on now. Like, oh, knitting out, fam. It's not, I know he's like, calm down. I guess DG come like crap, but to some man, but just calm it down. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. I ain't done him like nothing. It's a timeout thing. It's a timeout. If he comes back into the first team picture, be in the live chat, and he patterns up himself, then we're good. If he acts up again, come on, man. You know what you have to do, people. Everyone else can respect yourself. There's no need to be disrespectful, man. I understand Keegan wants to hear the thing, but relax, man. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Go and study, man. Go and study. This video will be up again, man. I don't want people to fail, man. DG Nation, we're always striving for better, people. We're always striving for better. So please make sure you hit the like button, people. Please make sure you hit the like button if you're in early doors. You know, we've been here for 11 minutes now. Let's get into the chattings now. In fact, before that, cool. We're ready. Good to go. You know, 110 likes. Let's get that up, people. Let's show the guys some love. But let's get into the nuts and bolts and whatnot of it, people. Keep it moving now. Now, Mikel Arteta, pressure, hella pressure. The world is saying you're not good enough. The world is saying you're good enough, and all of these sort of things. You know, all that matters at Arsenal is not the noise. It's what happened when you came in this job and what happens when you leave. Everything else that we're experiencing now is wishy-washy. You know, and in true Arsenal fashion, we're twisting and turning. And we knew in relation to the Southampton game, which again I haven't set up the live stream, but tomorrow we'll be previewing that. So make sure you're checking the community tab and you've got everything patterned up. But Arteta was obviously going to be quizzed on numerous things, people. So let's jump into it. You know, the most key thing I saw is he said, hit me in the chest. Now, maybe a bit of that is gases, but first and foremost, he was asked about team discipline. As you lot know, we've had 6 or 7 red cards. Apologies, nothing wrong with the yellows. Now 2 off the top of my head with Eddie Nketiah and Aubameyang have been down to dangerous play. So we have to have something else. But when you look at, you know, some have been down to just poor footballers, like David Luiz, I'm sure has been sent off for poor errors. We've obviously had the violent conducts in recent week, or the last 2 red cards with Xhaka and Nicolas Pepe. Personally, I did think, before I get into this, just before I forget, I did think the energy was different in comparison to talking about Xhaka and Pepe. I think Pepe was kind of hung up to dry. Xhaka, it was a thing where he wasn't necessarily blamed, but he wasn't necessarily hung up to dry. But it did seem like his face was saved and there was a bit more of an arm around him, a bit more seeing it as a mistake versus, you know, it would genuinely appeared that Pepe is being blamed for the result against Leeds. And I'm not defending Pepe. He got sent off. We all know he was never in that game prior, but he got himself sent off. Keep a better head. The last 2 red cards have been stupid. I understand, man, provoke you, but people know that, especially you look at, you know, teams like Burnley and teams like Leeds, they've got good players, but especially Leeds, but some players have been around the circuit. They've come from the lower leagues. They know the dark arts of the game, and they know that Arsenal players can be provoked, like you saw with Pepe and like you saw with Xhaka, with Westwood. You know, Westwood, I watched the game again, people. Go and watch Westwood. He pushes him, so I think there should have been a yellow for him, really. But he goes to the ref, "Hi, mate, he's done this." Bro, I see them sort of man there on a Sunday. It's good gamesmanship. They know Arsenal is there for the taking. So I did think the energy in relation to condemning Pepe and kind of saving Xhaka's face was a bit different. But to play devil's advocate, and I want to know if you lot feel the same way. Personally, I feel it's not a thing where we could say the easy option. Of course, it could be Xhaka's my guy. I don't really rate Pepe, things we're talking about. But for me personally, I look at that as he's seen that the Pepe thing, it didn't work in it. Apparently players weren't happy with the way Pepe was hung out to dry. Maybe Pepe himself, maybe the reaction wasn't the same. So I think maybe he's learning from that and saying, cool, it didn't work with my man. Let me try something different. I think that's what he's up. That's what he's up for, people. That's what I'd like to say. Big up yourself, D, man. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing. I know some of you have just tuned in. There's 283 of you. Hit the like button, man. Stop acting. Come on, people. Hit the like button. It don't cost a thing. It don't cost a thing. And that's what I believe. He backed Xhaka because he's going to put him straight back into the team, and that's his guy. I'm not going to lie. You do hear rumors that we're open to listening to offers on Xhaka, that Xhaka is allowed to leave, which should be it. And I must admit, I don't know where Arteta looks at with Xhaka, because we all know last year, you know, in relation to Xhaka, we all know last year it looked like his days were numbered. He probably should have left in January of that year. You know, he should have kept it moving, but he didn't. He was pulled back in. And for a large part, let's keep it true. You know, you can't, none of us think Xhaka is a world beater, but you have to keep it true. Sometimes man are in good form, and Xhaka has showed good spells of form in this club, and he did under Arteta. The problem is with Granit Xhaka, apologies, he's not consistently good. He's been here for 3-4 years, but he still divides the fan base, you know, and he's just ultimately not showing the consistency. I don't think he's a fit for the team. I do think he can play in the league. I don't think he's a fit. He's not dynamic enough, and he's got no self-awareness. Like, if he was slow and immobile, but you knew that he wasn't, and you acted accordingly and dropped off and stayed in positions, it would make sense. But when you see him, he's one of the highest players up the field. Against Spurs, he's a player with bad habits that makes bad choices, and 28 or so years of age, it's time to get rid of Donny. You know, he's too hot and cold like many players here, and he has had some good moments, he's had some bad moments. You know, sometimes I feel Xhaka has been scapegoated, but yeah, man, it is what it is. And I think he is going to put him back in. I don't know how he truly feels about Xhaka, because it's no coincidence that you remove him out of the game against United and we claim 3 points from them for the first time since 2006. And also, again, I don't have the games to hand, but I'm sure there's been a couple of games we've all looked and we've been like, yo, Xhaka, even though we don't rate Xhaka's not played. Luiz ain't started. When you look at the City game, is a bit of the Luiz and Xhaka thing based on what we're hearing about people having concerns about Arteta's tactics? I don't know. For me, it's like what AM said, Xhaka is too old for this nonsense. It's as simple as that. And, you know, when you've got one man in your team, you know, you're allowed to believe that, Anthony. When you've got one man in your team that's hot and cold, it's bad enough. But we've got bare man that are like this, you know. In a better way, Pepe, you don't know what Pepe you're going to get. You don't know what Xhaka you're going to get. You know, you don't know what Luiz you're going to get. You don't know what Bellerin, Willian, and these sort of man. So when you've got collective, and this is making up the bulk of the starting 11, you know. I do think Xhaka has a decent mentality, but at the same time, you know, I have to get Arteta, because you're the one playing him. You know, he's not dynamic for the football you want to play. I don't understand how Xhaka fits in. Also, the midfield for me is of even more concern under Arteta, because you as a midfielder, I know he's been crippled. I know he hasn't been helped, but in the sense of, you know, I'm not really seeing what this midfield is about. And that's you as a midfielder. So surely that should be the one area you fix up. And also, we all know attacking players, for what we say about these players and the need to fix up, scoring goals shouldn't be a problem for Arsenal. It should not be a problem. We've also, and again, before I continue, I don't know where we sit with Xhaka. I do think we're open to letting Xhaka go in January. I do think Arteta's following comments was a bit smart. I think Xhaka is open to leaving, but I don't think he wanted to directly say that to the press, whether that's in mind of getting offers, whether that's he needs to keep Xhaka on side. Because let's be true, you know, even though I think Xhaka should go and young players should get more, we are light in midfield. Forget Xhaka and look at the body, you know, not a funny thing, the body and that he's a centre mid option. You know, I'm onto Arteta because you're the one playing him. You know, we've been down this road with Xhaka. Okay, cool. Arteta knows more about football than me. You know, Wenger does, Emre does. I'm sure Longberg played him as well. So that's 4 managers, and you know that have all played him. So there must be something Xhaka shows. Whether he might not even be starting because of the ability. It might just be the clout he holds and the way he goes about things. For me, Xhaka isn't a captain to me, in the sense of he is a leader. He does stand up to be counted. I actually like the fact that he doesn't take bad up from no one, but he doesn't know when to keep a clear head. You've got sent off 10 minutes into the second half. What is said at halftime about us needing to get back in the game? We know we are struggling for 3 points. We're crying for 3 points. Your brothers in arms that are playing with you, your teammates, you've let them down again. And that's a choice. The second time Xhaka's now done, that's a choice. We can say the first one a year ago where he got sent off, that was a mistake. This is a choice. He's chosen to abandon his players. I'm not saying he's done it on purpose, but he's not kept a cool head. Look at the and players know this. You know, the Burnley players knew this. You look at them; they tried to rattle Bukayo Saka. Go and look at the Burnley game where Brady gets the yellow. They tried it with Aubameyang, they even tried it with Laka, but nobody reacted. You know, do this. You know, you see how you didn't like that you was pushed. I know it's embarrassing, and I know someone like Xhaka, because of his heritage and the way he is, he's very prideful. I see a lot of myself in Xhaka. To be fair, I would have done the same thing Xhaka said. That's probably why I ain't captain of AC Edmonton no more. But at the same time, you've got to keep a cool head. You got to think about the collective. Xhaka should have said, all right, cool. You know, he either should have said, one of my teammates, El Nene, I'm on a yellow, so it's a bit mad for me. 50-50, clamp this you, please. You know, or I'm going to clamp this you and leave something on him. But mentally, we weren't there. Even El Nene, he's been in good form. But go and look at the goal we can see. I'm not blaming El Nene solely, but the mentality is not there. You're pushing man's head. You're not focused on the ball. You know, actually, in the you know, when it stopped for a foul, the corner that's coming is a shit corner. So we've dealt with that. You give them a retry. You're then seeing Wood being marked by Bellerin. You know, Leno's trying, you know, Wood is on Leno and Bellerin's trying to mark him. It's a shambles. No one's on the post. This is what I'm talking about, the mentality. You want to fight, you know, it's not even fighting thing. It's like we're showing fight in the wrong way. You know, I want to see fight in that you start minute 1 and you look like you want to get 3 points. I'm seeing too many passions in the team, and I'm sorry. I don't think every problem with Xhaka, I don't like to scapegoat, man, but, you know, he's a symbol of what's everything that's wrong with this football club currently. You know, there's no consistency. There's a lot of lip service and that. There's no development. There's no learning from mistakes. There's no want to be better. Again, I actually think Xhaka is prideful when he wants to, but I'm not being reflected that by a fan. Do you get it, people? You know, he should want a new challenge. He was close to leaving in the summer of in the January of last year, and in the summer, and apparently we're open to offers for him now. What happens in that regards, I'm not too sure, because there's too many question marks. You know, I'm going to speak about it in the next live stream, but you've got Guendouzi contracted until 2022. Clearly, we loaned him out to be put in the shop window. Again, we all would like him to stay, and that's you know, I would like him to stay, but it's up in arms. Torreira, apparently, he's even coming back from Atletico. If Xhaka leaves, you know, you've got to keep Torreira in the team. And if I'm Torreira, you know, you've got to ask yourself why it didn't work out for not only you here in the subsequent seasons after a good start, and also Atletico. You've got to ask yourself, but at the same time, you've got to say, you know, Torreira wanted to bust out. What I go on for is to play devil's advocate. Is there commitment level issues there from him? You know, is he committed to Mikel Arteta? When we look at Torreira not playing, Ceballos in and out of the team. We're hearing Luis fights. Pep, we've been down the road with Pepe. I don't rate Xhaka, but you're hearing Xhaka's turn on a man. You know, Saliba's not playing. Like I said, with Pepe, Aubameyang 1 minute through the middle, then not. Lacazette in and out the team. Ozil, you know, you're hearing Socrates. Listen, I've not got time for a lot of these players. Definitely the name I've said. But it's concerning when there's question marks over a pair of these things, because you've all played for teams. You know, you've all played for teams. When one man's got a question mark, it can look like he's moaning. When everyone's doing that, you know, the manager can lose the dressing room, and also the players that are with him, you know, they start to get infected and start believing what the other man are thinking as well. So I feel initially Arteta showed me some good game management and man management. I think he's showing his naiveties in a sense of as well. Sometimes I'm sure you'll all agree. When you look at a lot of his comments in isolation, they're not bad things. There's nothing bad with what he's saying, but it just doesn't stand up when you look at Xhaka and then the next man, Bellerin and then the next man, Willian and then the next man. It doesn't make sense. We definitely had terrible midfielders, you know. These are favourites, and this is where I'm getting at Arteta now. I can't really get at these players again, you know. I think El Nene is better than Xhaka. Xhaka's better with more time. Xhaka's probably more likely to play that glamorous pass, but I like El Nene because he knows what he's good and bad at. If we're real, El Nene would have been sold a long time ago, you know. He's playing for Arsenal right now by accident. Let's keep it true. We couldn't sell him. Arteta, his former guy, gave him some faith, and he's done all right. You know, he had a bit of a woeful game, I felt, in the weekend, but since he's been deployed this season, he's done his thing. He shouldn't be first choice standard. Right now he is for me, but he shouldn't be. Xhaka evidently. And that midfield is poor as well, because, you know, El Nene, it's not his game plan. Xhaka, poor, but it's like neither of them are going to pick the lock. They're both taking up similar positions. So how can we score goals, people? So let's see, man. Big up the super chats. Lucas said, if we win without Xhaka and Hector Bellerin and they come back into the team, that would be the last straw for me. And I think there's a realistic of that, you know. There is that. How many, I know it's the Europa League, but how many men have you seen play good in Europa League? Arteta after the game waxing lyrical and then out of the team? Or the other way, you've seen other man playing poor and they still get their name in the team. It don't make no sense. I'm sure you're all as confused as myself. It don't make no sense. I lie, people. It doesn't stand up. I do think they will. I think, and again, if as a manager, you're allowed allegiances, but I just think it's allegiances to crap players that are rubbish, players that are bad habits, players that have let several managers down, players that are going to cost you your job. He talks about pressure and we're going to get onto it and things like that. I'm no idiot. I think he has a lot of pressure. I think he has a lot of sleepless nights. This job is a tough one. There's no escaping it. But when I see you playing consistent players that are not good enough, when I see that we've gone this long, over a year, and I can't really see our DNA in the team, are you really under pressure? Again, we know there's many variables, but are you really under pressure? Do you really have a sense of purpose? Because I think pressure breeds a sense of purpose. I think, yes, Arteta isn't to blame. We know spending's an issue. We know we've got poor players. But if we said, by this moment, we need to see what the team is looking like, but this, we might see a better blueprint. We might be able to sit here and say players that have evidently improved, because as much as I like Arteta, what players have significantly improved? Evidently, not to Arsenal fans, evidently. Like, we showed some random fans that don't give a crap about Arsenal how one player was looking in 2019 and now he's looking in 2020 and saying boom. Now, there's been good consistent little spells from players, David Luiz, Pepe, Ceballos, the young G's here and there, little Joe Willock in the Europa, Eddie's come back into the team, but who's evidently improved and displayed that over a consistent basis. Obviously, he's working with Saka and he's improving Saka, let's not lie, but, it weren't Saka he gave opportunities for. Emre bust that guy, really and truly. So we'll have to see, man. Big up yourself, Kay, and another super chat. I'm going to find that man that took the original Deluded Guna handle and tell him to put some respect on your name. I appreciate that, my guy. Sean is saying morning streams. Big up yourself, Sean. Big up everybody locked in. There's 460 people. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Please make sure you're checking the pinned message, because if you like this live stream, you're going to love the next one, people, you're going to love the next one. We go again at 4:10. So make 4:20. I keep saying 4:10, 4:20. So please make sure you're checking the pinned message, you're hitting the like button, and you're setting your reminders. Daniel said, not going to lie, I'm not trying to hear all this down tool stuff or turn on the manager cliche stuff. Not everyone needs analysis. Some of these players are just not good enough and they'll never be. Daniel, 100. 100. Some men are not good enough. Some men are babies. Listen, I don't care for the down tools thing. I do think they are probably down in tools and turning on the manager. But I think that's where these players are pretenders, Not everybody, for all the things I can sit and criticize and praise about Arteta, these players, because I'm pretty sure you feel the same, Daniel. Which one of these players is sitting there and going, all right, when I came to this club, they ain't qualified for the Champions League since. I've played under 4 managers now, and I've been part of failure. We are failing. Every time I turn on the TV, they're questioning me and my teammates' mentality and all of these things. They're showing us all different sorts of embarrassing collective and individual stats. When is the penny going to drop? I'm a big fan of you can only take man to the water. You can't hear them, make them drink. And ultimately, it's going to fall by Arteta. It's going to fall on Arteta's feet and he's going to live or dying move. But the down in the tools and all of this, I'm onto the players, Carl. You weren't down in tools. You wasn't down in tools when you were saying Arteta is the man and we won FA Cup. So why are you turning now? You're showing yourselves that you're soft. You're B made. It rhymes with itch. If you think what itch made, put a B in front of that. Soft pretenders. I see it on the field. Man, talk off the field. When it, and I see all of you lot in adverts, but I don't see you lot. I see you lot throwing young Joe Willock and Bukayo Saka and Tierney, who's just joined this club 9 times out of 10 when we've lost. When we've won, all of you lot want to be out there. When we're winning and we're playing well, all of you lot want to play football and talk about the manager, I heard you lot were saying, yeah, and the manager gives us homework and he does this and he does that. I have to question Arteta. What homework are you giving them? We're hearing they had to write 2 pages. They must just all be copying and pasting the same thing. Arteta must not be marking it. I don't know, or a blind man must be marking it, because they're not learning and things like that. So I agree, man. Forget all this. Some men are just not good enough. Some men are bad mentally. Some men, they know at Arsenal you get many pillars to hide behind. I think it's quite disgraceful, but for all, as poor as Xhaka, Bellerin and Willian have been, sometimes they get scapegoated. Let's be real, Even us, the focus has been around these 3 players. There's 11 on the field. There's 25 in the squad. I feel genuinely some of these footballers recognize it and say, yo, let me hide behind Ozil. Let me hide behind this guy. Let me hide behind that guy, because they're the man that are going to be in the pictures and things like that. Let me hide behind this manager. Let me hide behind Glazides or Raul or Mislintat or Edu or, all of this sort of stuff. Let me hide. There's only about 3-4 players I see standing up to be counted, and we've already listed them. You already know. I'm pretty sure as fans, we sit here and we mention these players. They're not all going to be too dissimilar. So I do think there's too much hiding at this club. There's too much lip service. There's too much talking. When the going gets tough, man aren't trying to get going. And the thing is, the wickedest thing, you know, I write off this season. This season's done for me. But you know the wickedest thing of it is. Do you know what the wickedest thing of it is? Premier League table. Please just show me the table. Bro, we played 12 games, yeah? You can still have a decent season. Do I think you're going to get top 4 in these things? No, but you can still salvage the season. The key word is if. If you learn from your mistakes, if we see a system, if players be consistent and stand up to be counted, you can have a better season, bro. There's 12 games out of 38 Premier League games. 12 have been played, you know. I don't want to do this, oh, woe is me and things. Fix your shit up and get to business. Get going. 20 odd games or so left to play, people. Come on now. I'm not saying we're going to get top 4, but it doesn't mean throwing the towel. And this is why I've said in my last live stream, it is what it is. Man, I can't feel sorry for themselves. They all need to sit there and say to themselves, hold themselves accountable and say, listen, I might not have done worse than others, but I have played a part for this woeful season. Like I always say, you know, losers blame people, winners take accountability. Yeah, you can say tactics, lack of investment, this player, that player, but what player in the Arsenal side through these 12 games has given their all or played levels? There's none. Even the ones that I give a blight to, you know. Gabriel, you know, there's no coincidence. Free man of the matches, player of the month on the spin, you know. Bukayo Saka, even in his worst days, still trying. Kieran Tierney, I do think people gas him a bit, but a lovely player. You know, Thomas Partey, the little bits and pieces, he's done all right. You know, Aubameyang's not hitting the goals, but he's got credit based on what he's done. You know, Leno's not my cup of tea, but he's all right. You know, this can't run. It can't be the same couple. It can't only be a couple, man. You know, and that's what's wrong. There's many variables. I think you get rid of Kroenke, all of these things take care of themselves, because very quickly you see who is with this and who is not, who wants to be a winner and who is not. Then you get to move man out and things, but it is what it is, man. I definitely feel we've got 11 players to do better than what we're doing so far, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, we should not be 15th. We should not be where we are in terms of goals. Not too sure how Origi is going to help us, but fair play. Everyone's allowed an opinion. Big up everyone. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Please make sure you're obviously aware of the next live stream, 4:20. Information is in the pinned tweet. I want to see likes and reminders set, people. Big up yourselves. Keep going with all of this stuff. Keep going with all of this stuff, though. Like I said, I've said what I needed to say. When asked if Granit Xhaka actually has a future at Arsenal after another rocky moment, Mikel Arteta turned around and said he has had a few rocky moments and he's not the only one, which is true. Some know how to tame it more than others, man. There's a lot of players who have had rocky moments. What I can say about Granit is that his professionalism and his commitment with the club, with his teammates, is maximum. I don't doubt it. For all Xhaka's criticisms, yeah, you know, for all Xhaka's criticism, I do think the mentality is there. I do think he's someone the players look up to, which on one hand gives me confidence. On the other hand, it kind of tells us where we are as a football club, sort of thing. You know, and again, this language was a bit different to when it happened with Pepe. Like you said, passion merchant, man. Passion merchant. I think Xhaka is overrated. He's not the player we thought we was getting. He needs to be moved on. That's a problem with Arsenal. We don't move man on when they need to be moved on. We never accept L's. We still persist with, man. You know, the GOAT, Dangote, whatever his name is, he's always just selling dreams, man. He don't want to talk, man. He's coming like people's parents when they, you know, you're younger and you see your mum says you're going to go McDonald's, you never go. And it's a tomorrow thing and it never comes. That's what he's on, man. He just coming and selling dreams. Just put your money where your effing mouth is or shut the hell up, man. You know? And I can't disagree with what he said in relation to rocky moments. Can't question Xhaka's professionalism off the field or in training. I think he applies himself. On the field, you have to, based on how he's reacted to the fans, based on how he's deserted his teammates again, based on the lack of not learning from previous mistakes. You know, old habits die hard, as you lot know. Habits are the things, you know, even people that smoke cigarettes. It's a habit. It takes a lot of effort to kick that, you know, and the same goes for football. And if we was talking about kids, that's one thing. We're talking about bare men that have played for their country, that have played for their country, that have represented this club numerous of times. Some of them have won trophies elsewhere. Some of them are bordering on 28 plus. If you're not gonna learn now, you're never gonna learn, man. It's crazy. It's absolute crazy. It's absolute nonsense. So yeah, the professionalism on the pitch is not there because Xhaka is not learning and he's just not playing well. He said he knows and we know that he had a moment where he lost it, and I know the reason why. But what I cannot do is just throw everything that he has done away just because he has made a mistake. And that's true, but this luxury didn't sound like it was afforded to other players, people, in my humble opinion. But fair play, that's what he said. We've all made mistakes, and I'm here as well to protect the players when I see that they deserve that, and for sure. And again, some people take the mick. Xhaka doesn't, when you look at someone like Guendouzi, Guendouzi, when I look at Guendouzi, I think he's not here because he's antagonized. I think it's a thing where there's just been one chance too many. I don't think Xhaka is a disruptive guy, is an excited guy, just has these moments. So that might be why you've kept Xhaka ahead of Guendouzi. But when I hear things like we all make mistakes and things, I don't see Ozil. I don't see Guendouzi. I don't see certain other players. Certain players are marginalized. It feels like certain players are allowed to make mistakes. Certain players are crucified for such. It's as simple. It's literally as simple as that. And I can't lie. It appears that it's playing favorites. When I see Willian, Xhaka, Bellerin all play, it feels like they're playing favorites. It feels like you're playing favorites when you're saying things like this. Like I said at the start, being devil's advocate, he might be saying this because he's learned from his mistakes and things with Pepe. But this could be, you know what? He's my guy. I'm not. And like you said, it's favoritism. Without knowing all the things, of course, it's favoritism. It is favorites. It's one rule for one, 10 for a next man, and whatnot. He said Granit is one of them for the way he approaches every single training session and the way he wants to do things in the right way all the time and the professional that he is. He was asked if he's spoken to his teammates, and he said, whatever happens internally, I'm sorry, but we cannot discuss. It's been resolved internally, and this is what I can say. And that's it. We shouldn't pander into the media's gossip. I would have liked to have seen Xhaka to publicly come and say sorry. I'd rather him just come out and say it because it shuts fans up from talking about it, people. So that's something that would be done. And I just think there's a way of doing things. I think sorry should have been addressed. I think the club, we always talk about keeping the fans on side and all of these things. I think this is where I'm looking at the players to recognize that, and also the manager, because what should have been is you say stuff like, okay, cool, we're going to donate our match appearance fees to charity, or we're going to do this, or refund the tickets. Come out and say sorry about that. I shouldn't see Tierney and Gabriel. Gabriel's been here 2 minutes. In the grand scheme of football, as great as Gabriel is, looking at the games he's played and how long he's been on the football scene, that 22-year-old actually has not been around too long. Fair enough, Tierney's been at Celtic, but he's not the oldest, and he's been here for 2 seconds as well. Saka, 19, been here for 2 seconds. Why did these men get it more than the rest? I don't get it. I really don't understand it. People, please make sure you're hitting the like button. 300 likes. There's 500 of you in here. That's over 200 being frauds. Hit the like button and stop scamming the thing, man. Hit the like button. You lot probably pay for food you don't like. You lot probably pay for TV subscriptions you don't like. But someone you actually do like and want to listen to, you're acting up. Hit the like button. That's what I mean. And that's why until Stan Kroenke goes, my brother, nothing can be done. The tone is set from then. These men are sheep. If you want to really damage a farm or do something, you go after the shepherd. You go for the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. It's crazy, man. Come on, man. Be exactly like my guy last of them. First thing he does is hit the like button. Hit the like button. And I will say as well, when you speak of experienced players, I'm not saying throw in all the kids, people. I'm not saying throw in all the kids, yeah. I think there should be a balance. We need experienced players that stand up to be counted. For me, I'd say I'd include Gabriel and Tierney as experienced players now, and Leno and Aubameyang and Partey and these guys and whatnot. And obviously the young players. But I feel like Arteta's gamble, it hasn't worked. He's sought to manage relationships with the experienced players. He's sought to, not throw in no matter how much he talks about Joe Willock and Maitland-Niles, they're not being given opportunities at the expense of Xhaka. Other people are not playing because of Bellerin. The Nelsons, etc. You've obviously got my man up front. He's obviously persisted with someone like Lacazette and even Aubameyang at times where they've not done enough. He's brought back in Mustafi before, actually giving someone like Saliba an opportunity. So this tells me, one, that maybe, again, look at the way the club is. You can't necessarily throw players in, but some might say, cool, throw them in, rebuild. But at the same time, this shows me panic. This shows me short-term thinking. This shows me that because of the pressure, you don't want to go for young players. You think these experienced players are more likely to give you instant results. And I will say this, What's worse, young players or experienced players with consistent bad habits? Because at this point, as an Arsenal fan, I'm sure I speak for everyone where genuinely you can't tell the difference right now. We genuinely don't know. We genuinely don't know. So he's right on that. In the topic of Mesut Ozil, he said we'll address that situation when the window opens and we'll see what we do. Now, sorry, Ian, who I assume is the interviewer, but I am just focused on tomorrow's game. So again, rightly so, you should be focused on Southampton. We'll see. It remains to be seen if the club will eat humble pie in relation to Mesut Ozil. I personally don't think they will, and I believe Ornstein said the same. What would help is you bring in a creative man. Whether that's going to happen is another story, people. You know, for me, you bring in a creative man and you show us something in that regards, you know. Even if I just type in, you know, Ozil. I mean, should I type in David Ornstein? I saw an article today. Apparently, today was the deadline for Szoboszlai to tell Salzburg if he plans to exit in January. I don't think there'll be any changes in that regard, realistically, people. You know, let me check the Athletic because I just want I hate mentioning things to you guys and not having anything to correlate it. But you know, David Ornstein said we're likely to go after a creative midfielder versus, you know, bringing back Ozil into the team. But you've got to do something. Even if a creative man comes into this team, I don't think our creative issues are solved, people. I don't, because I'm not seeing a system. It's going to be the same thing like we've seen with many a year where we've had Ozil and Ozil's been scapegoated because there's no movement and all of these things. Obviously, if you play poor, you play poor. But we're going to have the same thing where we're looking at this creative man to be the messiah. We need a system where we're creating chances all over the field, where we're creating 2v1 situations all over the field, where we have movement. Then the creme de la creme is this creative man. Do you think Liverpool would have just instantly improved defensively if they just brought in Van Dijk and Alisson? Yeah, because of the quality, but you wouldn't see consistently. The whole bunch of these players, yeah, you know, the whole bunch of these players said, okay, Klopp, let's do this thing defensively. Obviously, their players make the difference. It's the same way looking at Gabriel to be the messiah. What happens when he has an off day? You know, looking at Partey to be the messiah. What happens when he's not involved? We're back in square one. We need a system. We need quality depth. And until we get either of those things in abundance, this club can kiss goodbye to bare things. I would love to bring in Awa. I hope it can, man. You're hearing Leon, haven't got peas. Hopefully something can be done. Matt has said, watch the members stream earlier. Seems like I have to take the plunge on payday. Big up DG. I appreciate that. Make sure you join the squad, man. You know. So like I said, man, and he was obviously asked as well on the importance of a manager being popular among his players. Now, I've obviously been speaking at depth about that, so you could see why that is something where you've obviously got to pay attention and something that could be concerning. But he has said, I wouldn't say you have to be a friend. You can't be a friend. There's moments where you need to be like a friend, but you're never a friend. You know, Jurgen Klopp, everyone says he's like a brother. He would not be this successful manager if he's like a friend. You know, friends don't want to make difficult decisions. Some do. But you know, you have to, at some level, you have to show I'm the manager. I'm not a friend. Too much of this friend pouting, discipline becomes an issue. Is that why? I'm not sure. He said, I wouldn't say you have to be a friend, but you need a level of chemistry and understanding and a relationship, because in the end, what you have to build has to be expressed by those players, and they have to believe what you're trying to transmit to them. They have to trust you as a man, and your work needs to have meaning when you speak to them. And admittedly, for as much as we hear man are turning on him, we've seen several journalists take opportunities to remind us that he's got the faith of the players and whatnot. I don't care about the faith of the board because, you know, I don't believe in the board's credibility, but make of that what you will. Finally, you know, among the first bits before I get into the rest, he said, I've said it many times, when you have the squad that you have at the moment, for many circumstances, it's impossible to have 31 happy players in the camp. It's impossible. And I don't know any club in the world that has that. But obviously, when you lose again, these things are going to come out to try to put more pressure and to be disruptive. I'm not interested in any of that. And it's true, you know, we lost. There's a bunch of rumors coming out. It is designed exactly to do that. On the topic of pressure, and I do, like I said at the start, I think Arteta does feel pressure, but let's actually see. Based on that, he said, I feel pressure all the time. When we have those better spells, everything has not been beautiful. And again, you know, you did set yourself high expectations with the FA Cup. Obviously, that's an issue sort of thing. And again, and he also said the last few months of last summer there were a lot of difficult moments. Believe me, there wasn't everything nice and easy and enjoyable. And that's, I mean, he's no idiot. What do you expect? You know, pressure is a privilege. You've been given this job. I think in the grand scheme of things, the only winner is Arteta, because I don't think there's real pressure on his job. And whether he's a success here or not, he's bound to have learned a hell of a lot, because I have to admire it. He jumped in at the deep end. He could have stayed with Arteta. I mean, with Pep being the assistant, still having that reputation. I'd say his reputation took an enhancement, but it's now taking a plunge. And man are saying, raw. Maybe he was the guy with all the tactics against Pep Guardiola. Now man are saying, raw, he was the condoni, innit? You know, he's looking a bit peaky right now. So I do think he feels pressure. But as a fan, you know me, I like to have balance. But when I play devil's advocate and look at it on a cynical thing, do you feel pressure? Because there would be your blueprint or a system. It'd be more reflective, you know. You wouldn't persist with certain individuals. You would have more of a vision. You wouldn't be crossing aimlessly. You know, you wouldn't be forcing a half-fit Partey to play, and now you're seeing he's injured and out for longer. You wouldn't be doing these things. There wouldn't be one rule for one and one rule for the other. This screams panic and failing and cracking under the pressure. I think there was an air of complacency with everybody in this club, and that's why we're here where we're at. And he also said, obviously, when you're winning, you create a different mood. Then the pressure once you win is to win again. The pressure is always going to exist. I prefer that. That pressure when you are always thinking about winning and going into the next trophy. But this is our reality right now, and we have to face it. And our reality is just trying to get 40 points. He said, we have to face it, being brave, fighting, and no one giving up. It's not time to hide. It's time to put your face and your body on the line. And at the moment, I'm sorry, but we have to take the bullets. And that's one thing I agree with. You know, you took all the players in him, you took all the praise. Now you got to taste the bullets. You know, it must be upsetting hearing things, you know, it must be upsetting, because I do think they're trying. I do think we don't see everything as fans, you know. To hear that fans are questioning whether you've got the ability, you know, and all of those things, but questioning, and like I am doing, questioning you as your man, questioning your values, questioning, are you being deceitful to your manager and things like that. So it's now time to stand up. You know, when the sun is shining, everyone wants to give think pieces about Arsenal. Everybody wants to talk. Everyone wants to do 1-2s. When it's going tough, very few men will stand up to be counted. And on the field, we're seeing it. Off the field, I don't know who that is. He said we have to face it. But again, are the players sitting there and taking heed, or do they just see this as words? He's also said, you know, we're not winning football matches, and you have to put out your chest out and say, hit me, because you have the right to hit me, because I'm not winning. What else can I do? Put my head down, work harder, and try to do things better and improve. It's how we have to approach this. And that's facts. That is what you have to do. But at the same time, Arteta, you know, can't take this from the most consistent Arsenal-related YouTuber. There's a difference between working hard and working smart. And that's a lesson I'm trying to move to. Yeah, you might be working hard in what you're doing, but are you working smart? You know, is the tactics you're going, you know, helping the team? Working smart would be going, okay, cool, this isn't working. Let's tweak that. Now let's try it, and seeing a result. Not doing the same thing, putting 1,000 crosses in the training, saying, yeah, we're getting good in the air now. Because you see what happens on a Monday or a Sunday, better yet. You know, but I agree with that. And it's good of you saying that, Arteta. Do the 25 man in that squad feel the same way? Because we're only as strong as the weakest man. And based on the field, I haven't seen that, because that segment alone about winning football matches, yes, it was said in the build-up to Southampton and off the back of Burnley, but that could have been said about Spurs, about Villa, about Wolves, about Leeds, about Leicester. You know, even for me, the Liverpool game in the league, because yes, Liverpool are a quality team, but it looks very defeative. The City game, just about any, you know, probably, 2 out of the 12 games so far, really and truly. You know, I can't get onto you for the Fulham game. Sheffield United, you're poor for half, you turn it around, you know. That's it, really. Everything else has been dead. You know, and like he said, it's part of a manager's lot that will often take the brunt of the criticism when things are going badly. And Arteta says he's working overtime to put things right. So clearly I copied and pasted the Arsenal article. But he said, it's natural and I accept it. It's part of the job. When you're not getting results, at the end of the day, it's the manager who has the maximum responsibility to do this. And if you did, there'd be more urgency with the creativity. Like I've seen, I'm just seeing you literally change the formation from a 5 to a 4. That's why, man. That's why some people are sitting and asking me, "Yo, DG, went to a 4. Aubameyang's back through the middle. How comes it's not happening?" Because we don't know what our first attacker is Leno, our first defender is Aubameyang. We don't know how to defend with our first defender because we're not pressing coordinately. You know, Leno, only a couple people are showing for that football. So this is why we're at where we're at. We're struggling to score goals. Our defensive improvements extremely overrated, and only a few man want to stand up to be counted. A couple man don't push out their chest. A couple man can't. This squad is divided of people that want a small minority that want to fight, some people that can't fight, some people that don't know how to fight, and some people that simply won't fight. And again, the squad 25 man should all be in the same direction across all competitions. And until that's said, it's a myth. The mentality, the player bringing in the caliber of players is one thing. The mentality at this club is poison right now. And like I said, for some of these players, you can criticize Arteta. We are as well. But look at yourselves. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Some of you have been under several gaffers at this club and they've been effing crap, that the penny should drop. If I have four, if I have four, if I'm a bad breed kid in school, which I was, and there's four teachers coming and telling my mom, yo, DG's not behaving himself. My mom might believe me for one teacher. I might say, well, she don't like me, boom, 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 but this one does. I might be able to gas her for the next one, but sooner or later, people are gonna go, oh, there's four teachers. There's been you one, you're the common denominator. And I don't think these players have accountability. I don't think their conscience really plays on them strong enough before they kiss their wife to go to sleep or before they go to bed. Because if they did, these things there wouldn't happen, people. It's as simple as that. And he's also said, that's why I accept it, because you can say whatever you want to explain, but in the end of the day, you have to win football matches. And this club is too big to accept this many losses in the last few weeks. My chest is here and hit me, you guys. And again, I respect that, he's not blaming other things. He's taking it. But what I want to see is the players with that same sort of desire and hunger and all of those sort of things, man. I really want to see that. But we'll have to see. Big up you lot in the comments, people. What are you lot saying? I know I haven't been showing you lot any love. Biggest live video you've had. I'm not too sure that's the case, but it's up there still, Kay has said, Aubameyang this season in the Premier League, 1 goal in open play, 1 penalty, last season 22. And now this system, the player needs to fix up, but system. There's not one single attacking player banging. And he is stunting the growth. If William was playing well, I could get it, but he's not doing nothing. So it's poor. Big up all the Twitch gang. The fact that you're a City fan and you're here, big up yourself, because you got nothing to do with this thing, but you're just showing love, man. And I don't even care about the Premier League proven thing. We can't afford Grealish for one, but I'd love him. He's actually a good footballer. He's actually a good footballer. Premier League proven experience. It's all gone out the window with William, because William shit, Zero attacking identity. This is what I'm saying. You can change to a back four. There's no system as to how you're going to break teams down, how you're going to cut them open. Simply put, how you're going to score goals. So you can change system, you can change personnel, you can put a Aubameyang through the middle, but it's not going to change until you work on a training ground. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's it. At least the young players, my guy. Big up yourself, Mars, because you've been supporting my team for a minute. I'd rather deal with that, because at least they're gonna learn, man. Do you think Arteta? I don't think with this luck thing. I think clearly it was a breath of fresh air. There was a bounce because people are playing for their team, playing for their spots in the team. Some players that weren't featured under Emre might feel, yo, I've got a chance now. Some other man might feel it's over for me. I've been coasting, I've been playing. So there's a small reaction, and I think his tactics were good, but he's not involved. Arteta's become very predictable. Teams know we're very left-hand centric. They know our build-up play is slow. They know we've got bad habits defensively. They know that we've got naive players, and they take advantage of this. And it's crazy. Please make sure you're hitting the like button, people. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. I'm loving the engagement levels. I'm loving everybody in here. Please keep it going, people. Make sure you're checking out my pinned tweet, 4:20, which is in 17 minutes. I'll be there again on my next live, people. We'll be speaking about the edu stuff and a couple of other things. So make sure, you've got that tab ready, and I know some of you are finishing work / finished work. So I know you're getting into relaxation mode. So make sure you're there, people, man. Big up everybody in the live stream. There's 563 of you. Please hit the like button, people. It does not cost a thing. It does not cost a thing. And just be a nice person, man. Stoke here said, we'll see you on our way up from the championship. I guess you're a Stoke fan. I wouldn't be so sure. If there's one, I don't hate clubs, but if there's one club I hate, that's them. I don't agree with man must play every game. You only become a must can play every game when you show it. But Maitland-Niles, Reece Nelson, Balogun off the bench. I can't understand why some men aren't getting a variety of minutes, people, man. You have to be careful. And that's why I say people need to avoid the hot takes. It's like Balogun. But people have seen 61 minutes of Balogun kick a football. If they watch him for 90, I back him. But how people can change. We don't know what to get him for 10 games. To be fair, he needs to be given a chance. And I think he'll be a good player. But there will be good moments. And you always see it with the young players. They have the honeymoon period where they can do no wrong. Everybody loves them. And then everyone starts drawing them out, people, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Smash the like buttons. Big up you lot in the comments, man. I really appreciate you guys each and every time. Come on, my guys. Come on. I appreciate the super chat, my guy. Devil's Delight just joined the live. My GT and his parents live in my estate in Motherwell. I've heard there's absolutely no chance of Ozil coming back. Apparently, Arteta's very soft behind closed doors. I'm not going to speculate on what I don't know, but It would not surprise me. You know, big up yourself. You know, all my Scottish supporters, I really respect you guys and keep, bro. You need to start scouting and bringing people with the mentality like Tierney. You know, big up being player. Arteta acts as if he was a Premier League legend. He was in fact slightly above average. I wouldn't say that's the case. I don't think he's doing that, but fair play. I just feel he's just chatting nonsense. Big up you lot in the comments, man. We're active. We're active. What else are you lot saying, people? Obviously, we're gonna have to done this off soon. So let's see, man. Like I said, if Nelson's fit, if Maitland-Niles is fit, I would like to see people get opportunities. I'm not benching Aubameyang. Of course, if this keeps continuing, there will be a reality where I will sit here, see, and say, yeah. But right now, benching for who? You know, you got Lacazette. Fair enough. You know, Lacazette can turn around and say, at least I was in them areas to have them 2 missed kicks. Where the hell was Aubameyang? You know, you've got Eddie. You could throw Balogun in there, but come on, man. I think I'm just going. I'm going with Aubameyang. We just got to ride this one still. Come on, man. We have got out of Aubameyang. I'm not too sure what you're talking about, bonkers. I've questioned everyone. I've questioned everyone, man. There's no one that can say cool things as I see it. There's players I love. I love Aubameyang with everything I got as an Arsenal fan. But you set yourself high standards, man. I have to judge you on that. Simple as that. Pick up yourselves in the comments, people. I really appreciate this. Smash the like button, please. How am I feeling this afternoon? I'm good, man. I'm there, my guy. I'm in good spirits. I'm out here, man. What can I say? I can't complain. I've got my health. I've got good spirits. You know, it could be better. It could be worse, man. It could be worse. You have to say yes based on how Southampton are playing. You know, you have to, man. Can't disagree with anything they're doing. DG, bro. Thanks for your fiver, my guy. I'm scared now we are going to go and buy over the hill players. Check, Sock, Williams, sick of doing things on the cheap. Of course, I don't mind buying experienced players. I don't mind doing things on the cheap. I just feel, you know, it's the caliber. When you do a thing like Thiago Silva, where it's a bit different from what they're trying to do, I get it, you know, I get it. With us, it's like we're winging it. And obviously, you get what you pay for 9 times out of 10. You buy cheap things, you know. How many of you, I remember a few years ago, you know, there was super glue in the shop that cost £2, and there was one that cost £8. I thought, let me go for the pound thing. The pound thing was dead, so I had to go and buy a next one. Now I've spent £3. So taking a shortcut means you went the longer way, people. Do you get it? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Big up yourself, Sani. You know, we need a couple of them you Madrid fans. I know how you Madrid fans move off the field when things aren't going right. We need you lot. Can we take you lot on loan? Can we rent you lot to come to the Emirates and try and breed some change in this football club? Because it's mad, man. I don't know about the cash rolling in. I'm really appreciative of that. These small little victories allow me to reinvest into this thing. The whole team are playing bad, not only Xhaka. I've said that, my guy P, you know. That's why I said we can't just keep speaking about 3 individuals. The whole team is poor. Some men are doing worse than others, but yeah, you get the point, man. You get the point. Big up everyone in the comments, man. You lot are active, man. It's coming like the later I do streams, the more you lot prefer them, man. Really respect you guys for that. Please hit the like button. As I've said, I'm not capping. You lot's like button literally changes things. Because you lot hit the like button, it means I got 29,000 subs. You know, the more likes, the more we show up in people's recommended. So hit the like button. The best things in life are free. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If there was a way to kick people out who've been here and not hitting the like button, I get it. You were 460. Can we get to 500, man? Come on. That's 40 of you that haven't done this thing. Come on, man. Hey, bro. Every little helps, man. It all went wrong the day we sold this club to the Cronkays. It all went wrong when we don't have any direction from the Cronkays. I think the better manager is the one that won the FA Cup a few months into his reign, but based on how they're moving, it's a madness. And, you know, people are looking at Arteta because he's robbed, you know. People are only saying that because he's not doing the job, which is fair enough. But when have man been rating Ollie's team? No one's rated Ollie from day dot. With all due respect, and to be fair, he's been in the game 10 years. I don't know why he's thrown in with Lampard and Arteta and whatnot, man. Bro, trust me, another one. Let's get to 30K. I want to get to that before the end of the year, man. Mess, bro. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. Bro, and that's what I respect that. I respect that, man. I really respect that. Your like makes the difference, my guy, man. Come on, like it. Come on, hit the like button, man. Man said, young buck, you're boying it, man. You must be here from Laurie or Curtis and that, man. Bro, that's 460 quid, mate. Are you sure? If you had 3 players to move on, who would they be? Who would you replace them with? Bellerin, Xhaka, probably Lacazette. You know, there's other players that need to be moved. Well, Bellerin, Xhaka, Willian. I'd use the young players, or I'd bring in Lamperty if we had the money. We need a midfielder, whether that's going to be our or different profiles. I would like to see Reece Nelson get more opportunities and whatnot, man. That's it. You know, if he fails to score in the next couple of games, that's the final option you have. You know, we've been trying to play him through his form. We've moved him back centrally. Not that we've got anyone to drop in for, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like you said, broken live streams, broken promises. Hopefully, you know, probably, maybe, you know, I think we'll see Ceballos and Elneny. I don't think we're going to see Maitland-Niles thrown in. You're probably more likely to see Maitland-Niles at right back. I wouldn't mind Maitland-Niles central Cedric, but I see him going with Thingy, man. I see him going with the tried and trusted Elneny and Ceballos. So yeah, make of that what you will, people. Make of that what you will. Bro, just spend money on the holes that are in the squad and spend proper money. Get proper players, man. Thomas said, road to 100k. Keep going. One of the few who speak sense without cussing and understanding football. It's crazy in this dynamic. You don't get anywhere, but I honestly feel there's something for everyone. You know, we're all going to get success. Everybody's different journey is different, but, you know, I got to take the stairs. Big up my guy, AEA Studios. All the latest thumbnails you've been seeing, he's been hooking me up, man. Hey, my guy, where's them thumbnails, man? I needed Arteta. I needed a single. I beg you do me a single Arteta one, car. I keep using the same thumbnail. So allow me, man. Bro, people are saying Wenger back, Emre back. This guy, I even saw Glazides tweet. Like, what are you man on about, man? What are you man on about, really and truly? You lot are just chatting, man. You know, Terrera's for the next live stream, people. Terrera's for the next live stream. If you want to hear the Terrera comments, you know, if you want to hear the Terrera comments, speak about it in the next live stream. And I'm going to get the link for you guys right now in relation to that. Again, for you lazy ones, it's in the pinned tweets. Or in fact, for you guys that are not lazy, I meant to say, check out the pinned message. If you are lazy, then I'm about to drop it in the chat, people, because we've got 8 minutes until that's, well, 7 minutes now. So we got to get active in a second still, people. So I think it's the right time to probably end this one. You know, 500 likes. We managed to do it. Can we go from beyond? People, please hit the like button. And on your way out, hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit your like button on the way into the latest live stream, you know, which will be literally 420. You know, check the pin tweet. You know, I've put it in here for you lot. On that note, I'm going to keep it moving. Thank you all. Thank all of you lot, better yet, for giving up your time. Love for the super chats. Big up all the members that were in here. Big up all my moderators. Please make sure you're following across all social medias. Links are in the description. Obviously, Twitch gang, I really appreciate you guys. Deluded Guna 187 for those of you that are on there. But yeah, man, make sure you hit up the like button. Any questions, people, please hold them for 420, you know, please, because we're going to go again. On that note, see you in a couple of minutes. DG.